Louis Vuitton Pur Oud, back with the full review. I don't unbox fragrances just for clicks. I actually wear my fragrances. And guys, let me tell you, the fragrance wearing experience has been an absolute blast. This fragrance has been it's been a grail for me for the longest time, and I'm really glad to have this. But let's get right into the review, because I got a lot to say. First, let's admire this beautiful packaging here with the black velvet. Really, the black packaging really sets it apart from the other Louis Vuitton fragrances. But this fragrance is all about three things: oud, amber, and musks. And with a name like Pur Oud, you're gonna expect eternal longevity. And that's pretty close to what I got, over 12 hours. I'd spray this the night before, I'd take a shower, go to sleep, wake up the next day, and I still smell it on me. Here in the West, like, you kind of have to spray it on you a few hours before you go out, because just so wait for that fragrance to dry down a little bit to get rid of that barnyardy kind of poopy smell, just because the noses, you're not really used to that over here. But honestly, there are other Pur Oud fragrances that last a little longer, but this is still 12 hours plus, basically the whole day, and you have no problems with longevity. For projection, I'd say it's pretty strong. One spray is enough. Definitely no more than three, depending on your environment. This is used as mainly a layering tool, but you will leave an immense scent trail just wearing this alone. Also, careful spraying it on your clothes. It will last longer, but it will also stain your clothes because it is a very dark fragrance. So as I said in the first impressions video, this fragrance isn't quite what people say. It's not super stinky barnyardy. It does start off a little bit like that, but I'd say after about an hour, the amber comes out and definitely the musk, and it dries down to the most elegant, dark, soapy fragrance, surprisingly. You still get that woody, traditional, royal, typical oud smell, but it becomes, like I said, surprisingly clean and soapy after a while, completely opposite from what you'd think for a Pur Oud scent. I still have some on this test strip here, and yeah, it's I don't know, it's so interesting how oud can develop like that, but it's pretty good. I was wrong actually in that video. My first video, I thought it had Hindi oud in it, but after looking it up, Louis Vuitton is using Assam oud, which is from Bangladesh. It's pretty similar, honestly. People usually say Hindi oud, and Assam oud is like the most pungent, cheesy kind of oud, but the way that Jacques Cavalier blended it together, it's the most fantastic dry down. As far as the season, time of day, it's definitely a winter nighttime scent, but definitely depending on your environment, you could wear this as a standalone or a layering tool, as it's meant to be. But I do believe you can get away with it in the cooler times of the spring and summer by layering it with a kind of a bright, citrusy, typical summer scent to make it just a tad darker. This is a controversial opinion, but I do think you can you can wear it to work on a special occasion, maybe on your like special casual Friday or so, just with the one spray. But obviously depends on how closely you work with other people. If you're working side by side the whole day, I don't think you want to do that. You'll definitely offend them. It is pretty strong. But like I said, with the dry down, it's really not that bad as you would think. It's kind of clean and soapy, so you're not going to offend people too much. It's not that super pungent. And as with most Louis Vuitton fragrances, they don't really evolve that much, so that clean, soapy, dark, woody scent is going to stay the entire time. So you don't have to worry about that barnyardy, poopy smell kind of coming back. It's always kind of lingering just a little bit, just a tad, but it's not going to come back and hit you in the face. But other than that, you can definitely layer it for a date night, church, special occasion, or just anytime you feel like commanding the room. I seriously did not expect this fragrance to evolve into this like royal ambery soapy scent, but after that hour, it, like I said, does stay like that for the remainder of the fragrance, and just the entire day you smell like just dark pure luxury. I definitely think you do have to be a little older to fully appreciate this fragrance. I don't think the younger crowd would like it that much. Maybe like late 20s and up. Women who are used to oud might enjoy this fragrance, especially with the dry down when it gets like kind of soapy. But I do think men would appreciate it a little more, or men would lean towards it a little more, just because of how like dark and woody it is. Lastly, for the value, guys, absolutely not. While I do love this fragrance and I've been eyeing it for a while, especially after discovering my love for oud, I don't know if I can recommend it. As with all Louis Vuitton fragrances and products, you're paying more for the name than the actual product. Now, they do use high quality ingredients in their fragrances, but $2,000 is just exorbitant for any fragrance, honestly. And this is how you know I'm not being paid, guys. This is completely true in my opinion, even though Louis Vuitton doesn't really do partnerships. But yeah, like I said, it's extremely well blended. But for $2,000, there are other lesser expensive pure oud smells or fragrances. If you want that real pure oud, they are pricey, but nowhere near this fragrance. Especially if you go with the Middle East fragrances. And like I said in my unboxing video, which you should watch, The Night by Frederic Malle is compared to this often. Or still, there's other Middle Eastern fragrances like these Ajmal ones I picked up, Makhalid Al Shams, or this Dan Al Oud Shams. So these are like pure oud scents that I will unbox later, so stay tuned for a whole Ajmal haul. These are comparable and way cheaper, a little more expensive than their usual stuff, but it's still not this price. And speaking of Ajmal, I do like to layer this with Ajmal's Amberwood. That's a good fragrance combo I've discovered. The Amberwood, it's missing something, like it's missing just a little punch. It's missing that oud, and I think this layering it with pure oud, it makes it perfect. And Ajmal is known as the king of oud, so like I said, stay tuned for more Ajmal fragrances that I picked up in the Middle East. This fragrance, it says you can refill it, but it's not sold in the States, so I'm not sure what I do when I finish it. I'll see what happens. I did actually email Louis Vuitton about refilling it, and they said that they can't refill fragrances sold outside the US, and to partner with client services once I'm finished with it. And they said we'd love to confirm new opportunities for refills in the event they expand the availability of pure oud, and we can check on the availability of pure oud on your next international trip, yada yada yada. I was really hoping they'd give me this, I don't know, this grand luxury experience where they'll like ship my bottle out and refill it, or just ship in a new bottle for me if I for a lower price, or not even that, just anything to get me more juice. But that's kind of ridiculous. I don't know why they would, but they should. I mean, how many people have Louis Vuitton pure oud like confirmed bottle on their Louis Vuitton account? I don't think a lot of people do, but yeah, I honestly don't think I'd finish this, but I just found that kind of interesting. But anyway, I just can't justify repurchasing this, especially having to fly back internationally to get a new bottle of it. And the price is just insane. But a really good scent. If you have the chance to smell it, go ahead and do it. But as always, thanks for watching Fragrance Unknown.